Hello guys, it's Cav here, and today I will be giving my final thoughts into World of Tanks Blitz Reforged. Let's make it clear that even though I'm a community contributor, I'm also a player. And I was a player before anything else. I mean, I'm still a player. So I will be giving my very honest opinion, and I'll be very transparent about my feelings. So, if you guys follow my channel, you probably have an idea of what's coming up. Let me just make it clear, I'm really not trying to be a hater or really negative, but I'm being very realistic and honest here. First, what really bothered me, even before the test was released, because I was really trying to be positive at the start, I was really trying to embrace the changes, but the thing I wasn't really embracing were the sets, even before the test came out. And yeah, my opinion didn't change, it actually got even worse after I actually tested it out and I saw how complex and messed up it is. It's really confusing. I don't think this will look good for beginners at all. In my opinion, it's just absolute nowhere gaming. I made a whole video about this, and I'm not really gonna go so deep into it, but it's too much. I don't think it is a good replacement for the Dech Trees. I don't think you should touch Dech Trees at all. Just leave our Dech Trees alone. Don't add sets. If you want to add sets, it has to be implemented in some other way. The way sets work with keys, oh that's loud, the way sets work with keys is absolutely ridiculous. We do not want that in the game because it's just another way of having to pay to progress. I made a whole video on it. If you want to go and listen more in depth on my thoughts on sets, just go on that video. But either way, we do not want sets. This is an absolute no. Absolutely, we do not want this in World of Tanks Blitz. Alright, so sets were one of the main things that really bothered me since the start, and now, as you guys can see, I still haven't changed my mind about it. So yeah, like if we go to our old Blitz, guys, and we go into the Dech Tree, it's so simple to find tanks. It's simple to see where you want to grind to and which tanks lead to where. And honestly, if I want to find a tank, I just go to the nation, find the tier, and that's about it, right? It's not complicated. Look how clean this looks, right? However, if we go to the Reforged version and you go to sets, it looks like I just opened Netflix and I'm trying to find a new show to watch. It's just not nice. I don't like this. Do not add sets. Keep the Dech Trees, please. Okay, let's go to the other few things. There's small details as well that I'm going to talk about, right? The garage. The garage doesn't look great, in my opinion. I was really trying to be positive at the start, but the more I look at this garage, the more anxiety it gives me. It just looks cramped. I don't really like it. Like, look, you might think I'm being too pessimistic here, and I'm trying to pick on little issues, but if I'm gonna be honest and give my honest criticism, I'm gonna mention everything. I don't like how the garage looks. I don't like how any of this looks. It just gives me anxiety. And then when you go back to the game, look how clean this is. Just look how well organized everything looks. It doesn't look cramped at all. You got more space. The tanks icon are much smaller. Everything is organized into nations. It's easy to find a tank within the nation. But then when we go back into freaking Reforged, and let's say I take out the filters, right? They're not organized into nations. They're organized into sets. Which sets there are from, or I don't even know if they're organized in that way. But yeah, they don't look very organized. Let me see. Oh, sorry, I had tank destroyers only. But yeah, it's just, if you're trying to find a specific tank, you kind of have to scroll. You can't just try to, okay, let me go to the British nation trying to find it on the list here. Now you can't do that. Of course, you can still search for them over here and all that, but still, yeah, not great. Right, and on the sets as well, you can search for your tanks, but you know, the fact that you have to search for the tanks, I think it speaks for itself that it is a complicated system. It's not easy, right? It's not easy. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the garage. I don't really like the upgrade page as well. I think it just looks, I don't know, a little bit more complex, in my opinion. When it comes to upgrades, we're also going to have to talk about the new currency, which is metal. I've did some maths here, guys, and I've saw a post on Discord saying that Wargaming, by adding metal, is basically making consumables free. Because apparently, Wargaming saw that most players weren't using consumables. I think like only 10% of the players were using consumables, something like that. And I strongly disagree with that. I actually find it quite hard to go against players that do not use consumables. And if we go here on the maps that I did, on our old Blitz, guys, for consumables, let's say you want to use adrenaline, tungsten, and just a multi-purpose restoration pack, right? You will be spending around 20,460 silver. That's it, all right? However, in the new version, what Wargaming has done is you gotta use about 9,140 metals to have the same kit. Sorry, I'm on the wrong tank. Let me go on the Kampfpanzer. That's the one I showed you, right? Right, we're on the Kampfpanzer now. So yeah, to use the same consumables here, you will have to spend 9,140 metal, right? And then when we go to the store, where is the store? Sometimes it bugs out, man. Yeah, there we go. You can see here on the store, 10,500 sil is 50,000 silver. And if you do the maths, you will have to actually spend 43,000 silver to have the same consumables. So you're literally spending double the amount to have the same consumable as in our previous Blitz. Meaning that to play matches will be a lot more expensive now. And the fact that you can't really play random battles to earn credits, only ranked, it just means that it will be much harder to earn credits. Just because on ranked you're going against better players, meaning you won't perform as well because you're literally going against tryhards all the time. So I think premium account will be a must in the next Blitz. It will totally be a must, otherwise you will not make enough credits. It will become too expensive and too hard to make them. Right, so that's my opinion on the new currency. It just sucks. Remove that, no need for it. Just leave the silver as it is, in my opinion, right? And I don't really like this layout either. Just leave it as it was before, honestly. The style on camouflages as well, I think it's totally unnecessary. It's really hard to really find what you want here. You could say, oh, but Cav, all you gotta do is scroll through them and read them. No, I do not want that. I don't wanna go clicking on every single little set to find a specific camo I'm looking for. Nah, man, sorry. This is just as confusing as the tank sets. All right, the camouflage set is absolutely unnecessary, and yeah, that's just my opinion. The fact that they completely removed provisions, you know, I don't know. I don't think it bothers me that much. It is what it is, but you know, that's that. I'm not really bothered by that. There's bigger issues here. About the commanders, guys, it doesn't really bother me that Wargaming is trying to add commanders. My main thing is here, I don't like how they look. I already made that very clear at first. I don't like how they look cartoonish, they look childish. Look at that, that's just ridiculous, man. And I know they're trying really to bring the younger audience and make the game attractive for them, but you can make the game attractive without actually adding Fortnite characters and stuff like that. I mean, we really don't need this. Another thing is they did nerf the Duncan and Olivia by half on one of the main abilities, so they got a big nerf here. However, I still think some of them still needs nerf, like Lisa. Especially I think the bullseye one is kind of broken. 75% accuracy on every third shot. Yeah, it doesn't sound very good, mate. I don't know, it sounds a bit broken to me, but you know, and 30% camouflage just for tank destroyers, I don't know, because now we don't really have the camouflage perks and anything like that from crew skills, so we'll see how that goes. So in my opinion, I think they have to kind of balance these commanders out a little bit more, and let me make it clear that every commander that they add have to be free for everyone to get, otherwise it'll just be another paying system where we have to spend loads of money to get the best commanders, and man, if that happens, it's just the end of Blitz, you know. Another thing that they've removed, guys, that really bothers me, and at first I was trying to be very positive about it, but actually as I play and I had a thought about it, I don't like it. They completely remove our win rate, our stats, and you can't really see other players' stats. Stats basically don't matter in the game anymore. You know, I don't really like that Wargaming did this, because the amount of time I've put into my account on our World of Tanks Blitz here. You guys can see I got 66.5% win rate, a decent average damage. I'm a casual player, by the way. I'm not competitive. I don't go on tournaments or anything like that. I just log in Blitz, record some content, and that's about it. I have a job. I'm not a full-time YouTuber. So yeah, I don't like that they are removing stats. This is my pride here. This is one of the main reasons I actually try to play well. And you might say, well, Cav, you can just play ranked. Wargaming has added a new ranked system in World of Tanks Blitz Reforged, and I might say to you that this sucks. I don't like it. Because what they've done is, on random battles now you can't really earn any credits. It's garbage to earn credits. So to grind, you can't play random anymore, meaning Wargaming is pushing you to play ranked. And you'll just not be able to play casually anymore. It's that simple. On ranked, everyone is... You have to be at your best on ranked, otherwise you'll just lose. You have to be at your best, otherwise, you know, you're putting yourself in a losing position. And all the time, every time you open this game, you have to be playing your best, you have to be doing your best, otherwise it will be a bad session. You know, I don't like that idea. I like to play random battles, grind my win rate as I go, and just play casually with tanks that I like, and I want to have fun. Sometimes I just want to have fun. That's it. But the thing is, you know, the fact that they're removing the way of making credits on randoms, because they're removing ace badges and first classes, second classes, you can't earn that anymore, meaning you'll be literally earning a lot less credits. The fact that now you only have to play ranked, that they're kind of pushing you for that, it means that your tank selection will be very short. What do I mean by that? Let's say you're climbing all the way up, right? Think about this. The higher up you are, the more try hard you gotta be, right? So how many tanks realistically will you be able to play with on the higher ranked leagues? If you think about it, there's not that many. You will only be playing with the best of the best, and that's about it. So all the tanks that you would usually play for fun or just to relax, you can't anymore, because you'll be putting yourself in a disadvantage, meaning you can only play with the most competitive tanks now. That's about it. So it's making this game less fun, in my opinion. I don't want that. I think they should completely remove this. Just leave our randoms as they are. If you want to implement a different ranked mode, feel free to do that. However, leave our randoms as they are and leave our win rate and stats. One thing I'm gonna say Wargaming did well is I think this screen looks okay. It looks nice. Alright, so now we're gonna be talking about the graphics a little bit and what I think about them. At first I was really trying to be positive, like I said at the start of the video. Oh my god. So I was trying to be really positive. And I'm like, yeah, it looks nice, it looks beautiful. But the more I play this, the more I realize the graphics suck. They suck. And people might say, yeah, Cav, they suck right now because Wargaming has a lot of tools to detect, to record all the stats and on what's happening, so they know what's happening on the matches, how many crashes you're having, and all that. But still, right? I can only judge what I'm seeing. How am I meant to judge something that I haven't seen? You know what I'm trying to say? They might say, oh, it's gonna be a lot better. I don't know. I don't know that, because I can only judge what I'm seeing right now. And what I'm seeing right now doesn't look good, in my opinion. It looks much worse than the current Blitz we have. Or I can say that Wargaming has done a pretty good job on the details of the maps. I gotta give them that. I'm not just gonna criticize. So the maps look like they have a personality now. They have character. They've added a lot of details that before we didn't, and I really appreciate the new positions that they added on the maps. They kind of remodeled a few maps to the point that you got new positions, so new ways to play the maps. I'm all in for that. However, the graphics don't run well. They don't look good. I don't know what they're gonna do about this, but it's not what we were expecting, right? And yeah, it's a bit disappointing in my opinion. I just feel like at this point, don't add graphics at all if this is how they're gonna look, in my opinion. You know? And also, by the way, very badly optimized. I'm literally playing... I have to play on 60 FPS because I can't run 120. I can't run 120 FPS on Ultra. I literally can't. It's too unstable. And you might say, oh, Cav, is your computer? No, it ain't, because I actually play World of Tanks PC on Ultra graphics. Everything maxed out. and I run 120 FPS just fine. So trust me, it ain't my computer. This game is badly optimized, and everyone that plays mobile has complained about this. Alright, so yeah, in my opinion, I think what they added to the maps looks really nice. The new little positions, the bushes, the details, the colors, they look really nice. But the graphics, I'm sorry, they don't look good. I can't lie, I can't just sit here and lie and say, yeah, it looks phenomenal. No, it doesn't. It just doesn't look good. And also, yeah, when I do damage, it's so hard to actually read the damage that I'm doing. And by the way, I'm sorry for the bad gameplay. I'm really just trying to like commentate what I play. It changed that font and color because I can barely read what damage I'm doing, and especially when someone on my team shoots, I can barely see what is my damage and what is his damage. It's just confusing. I don't really like most of this. Okay, so I'm sorry if I really sound negative about all of this, but it didn't really please me at all. I expected more. They made this such a big deal and disappointed in so many ways. Removed everything we know and replaced it with stuff that they thought it would be better, which is, it just isn't the case. It just isn't the case. It isn't the case. So in my opinion, Wargaming, do not remove what we already have. Okay, do not remove what we have. Just make some slight improvements. You don't have to remake the whole thing. Okay, your game is fine as it is. We only ask for better graphics, maybe bigger maps. Well, that's one of the things we asked. But the game looks fine as it is. You know, you don't have to change any layouts. You don't have to remove our beloved Dech Trees. You don't have to do that. Don't do that, please. Please do not remove our win rate. If you do that, I'll probably stop playing. I'll be honest, I don't know if I will be able to play if they remove everything. And I know the commanders, they are working on changing the looks of them. And I know Wargaming will change a lot of what they've implemented into Reforged because people are not happy. It's not just me. Everyone's very unhappy about this. Not everyone, but pretty much all of us, let's be honest. So yeah, that's my last honest opinion. I don't think I'll be recording any more content on World of Tanks Blitz Reforged. I'm just a bit tired of that topic, and honestly I don't feel motivated at all to talk about it. For now, I'm just gonna stick to old good Blitz and hope that Wargaming does a decent job at listening to the community. All Wargaming has to do is actually listen to the community. We've given everything Wargaming needs. And yeah, leave your comments on this video and consider leaving a like and subscribing. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.